With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Aviators of Paris taking on the Blues of Brooklyn. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Brooklyn. Brandon Ayuk now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Throwing on first down, Clements. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first down carry for Barkley. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Blues will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking,
maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn it.
And now off to the races down the right side, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On 1st and 10, Clements. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete, it's Fehoko. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Clements. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Off play action. Clements. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try to keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They'll look to throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. These 2 teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw brought in by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. They go play action now. Wilson. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there. First down.
Check.
First and 10 at the 45.
Got it. 95.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. But you look at this defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around it. Number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off the play fake. Clements being chased out left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. Now it's Wilson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Third down. Clements. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Travis Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Down the right sideline, Saquon Barkley, touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Blues have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Yeah, they would have been happy with the first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clements. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Clements. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles got 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And even 100 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he fends him off. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. and they do so and pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
12. 8. Go, 14.
Now it's Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Blues will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
70 Rangers, 70, trap 50, trap 60. Ready, ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
This is 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Wilson.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And this will be a touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Blues are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. Clements. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And now here is another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10.
They go play action with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Palmer going in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 36-yard line.
Good tight.
Wilson. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 yards there, 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And a nice job to break free with 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox from 3 yards out. And the Blues add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ayuk to return it from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Moving inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Butker's on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. No return for Ayuk. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first down, Clements. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Cowboy 80. Hurry, hurry.
Looking to throw on second down. Clements. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
First down.
Ready, set. Crack roll 80. Let go.
They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Brooklyn, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Meanwhile, for Paris,
the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.